Hi, we're Ellie and David. Join us as we overland the Americas in Yak, our Land Rover Defender.
Yak's already taken us across Europe and Central Asia, but this expedition will be our biggest challenge yet.
We're overlanding from the southern tip of Argentina all the way to Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. Follow along as we experience all the extremes and beauty of a simple life on the road in our Pan-American adventure.
This is our last morning in the Colca Canyon area, and actually one of our last mornings at a significant altitude. We're driving to Arequipa next, so we've got quite a significant drive for the first hour today. We're going to take it slowly because when we're at altitude going uphill, the engine gets quite hot, so we'll take a lot of stops. But it's supposedly quite a good viewpoint, which obviously we didn't see when we got here the other night because it was dark. Supposed to be able to see some volcanoes, really looking forward to that. But yeah, really enjoyed our time here. The weather's been nice each morning, so it's been a nice way to start the day, and yeah, looking forward to Arequipa. And then after that, it will be our first time at sea level for a very long time. I think we've been at altitude for almost a month and a half now, so looking forward to just being able to breathe and function properly.
We've started the climb now. We've got about 1,500 metres to climb in 10 kilometres. We're going about 15 miles an hour, so keeping it nice and slow and keeping an eye on the engine temperature. We've just reached a mirador and we're at 4,910 metres.
Highest we've ever been, apart from when we came through here the other night, but we didn't see it, so it didn't count.
It's really cool. They've put all these signs around showing where each of the volcanoes are. I think this one, Hualca, was the one we were right next to when we were at the Giza the other day. Such an epic view here. There are hundreds of cairns around as well that people have made. Really cool. Not sure if they actually do anything, but we've got our coca sweets just in case. It's probably a tourist trap.
Stopped off for lunch at a place a couple of people were raving about on Overlander. Food looks really good, and they've got a sort of display of how they process the alpaca wool. So we've got all the dyes, all the different plants that are involved. Really cool.
Chocolate tour continues. Really excited to try this one. Aguaimanto y sal de maras. Sounds amazing. We've reached the outskirts of Arequipa now, the second biggest city in Peru after Lima, but only a tenth of the size, which is crazy. The air quality is pretty bad. We're not sure whether it's smog or just mist because we're still quite high up, I suppose.
What we found interesting about South American cities so far is that there are districts for all different types of shops. So you'll have all of the tyre changing places next to each other, and then just like a row of dentists and then opticians. It's really strange. I don't know how kind of the competitive market works for that. It does, however, make it easier to find things when you're looking for something there. just noticed on Google Maps on the satellite imaging that there are a load of farms in the middle of the city, and we just drove past an entrance to one and Ellie realised that it is a guinea pig farm.
The past few weeks we've driven past a load of signs for places selling cuy, guinea pig, but they make them look really cute with like maracas and ponchos and stuff in the pictures. I don't know why they make them look so cute, I'm not sure how I feel about it.
We've found a spot to sleep for the night. And we've come into the main square. We've got some light dinner because we had quite a big lunch.
Plaza de Armas.
Plaza de Armas. It's really beautiful here.
So nice.
So we thought there was some sort of protest going on over here and came over, and everyone's got Ronaldo tops on. There's a birthday cake and a big trophy in the middle, and I asked someone what's going on. They're just celebrating Ronaldo's birthday.
It's got the prettiest coffee I've ever seen. Got a bit of edible flour and lime. What was it? Ginger ale,
Berries and coffee.
Very exciting.
We've left Arequipa and we're about halfway down to the coast now. We're at 1,700 metres, so the lowest we've been in a while, heading down to basically sea level, which we're very excited for. And for the first time in a long time, we're about to join the Pan-American Highway, which is a very rare occasion for us.
The landscapes in Peru so far have been incredibly varied, probably the most varied country we've ever been to. But it's interesting how the mountains kind of separate and dictate the climates and the landscape. The area we're driving through now on our way down to the coast is just surreal. Really barren and arid, just desert basically. So different to where we were a few days ago. It's just incredible to think that not that far east of here you've got the Amazon basin. What a country.
Just got our first glimpse of the sea. It has been a very, very long time. I think Tierra del Fuego was probably the last time we saw the sea, so that was over 2 months ago.
There it is! We camped here by the sea last night, so nice. It kind of smells like home and it made us miss home for a minute, and then we remembered it's 7 degrees back home, so I'd definitely rather be here.
We've got a bit of driving to do today. I don't think there's much really along this stretch of coast apart from the Nazca lines, which are about 8 hours away, so we'll head that way. Try and find somewhere to get an oil change done today, either do it myself or find a garage, and yeah, just cover some ground.
We stopped off briefly to check out the Nazca lines, which are a group of famous ancient sand drawings with mysterious origins. The camera footage doesn't look that impressive because we were too stingy to hire a plane, but it was still cool to view some of the drawings from one of the viewing platforms.
Told we're not allowed to put the drone up, and also there are a lot of very low flying planes around doing tours, so it wouldn't be the wisest idea anyway. We're going to head along the road. I think there might be a few more you can see from the road from a few viewpoints. I think the majority of people, people who want to see them properly, pay for the tours on the planes. So yeah, we're just going to start heading north to Ica.
We've just arrived at Sotelo, which is an active vineyard. They make wine and pisco here, so we're going to get a little tour in a minute.
Yeah, we found it on our Overlander. People pay not a huge amount of money. I think it's the equivalent of about £10-15 for the tour and some tasting, and you can camp here as well. So
Pretty good deal. Such a nice place. It's proper like agriturismo vibes. If you've been to Italy, we just drove through Ica, through the town. It was a bit chaotic, and it just feels like a proper little haven here. Our lovely guide Alvaro took us around the vineyards where they grow grapes for their wine and pisco. The super sunny and dry conditions in the Ica region make it the perfect environment for cultivating grapes, which Alvaro explained have a sweeter taste than most as a result. Alvaro was saying that they plant roses at the end of each row to attract the insects so the pests don't go on the grapes.
On the past, I say the only way to obtain the juice is a step grapes. A step in this pool. This pool's name in Peru is lagar. Around 9 or 10 hours step grapes. It's very hard. Yeah.
Alvaro was saying they put 10 tons of grapes in here. That's incredible.
This part vibrations. Yeah, vibration just separate the grapes of del racimo como tal. In this tank contains the juice. The juice name is mosto. Before fermentation, we macerate juice. Why? Because when the grapes obtain the juice, this juice don't have a very characteristic. What is the most important? Color, flavor, and aromas. 2 days after, juice go to the fermentation area. Skins and seeds used to generate compost for the yard. Go for the yards.
Very sustainable.
Use everything.
Use everything.
Is this for the wine and pisco?
Yeah, the process is the same with pisco and wine in this moment.
Okay.
In fermentation, I separate the process. What is the time fermentation for wine? The time depends if the wine we want elaborate. In Peru, have 3 types of wine: sweet, semi-dry, and dry. Sweet, the more preferred for Peruvians, is the wine with less time fermentation, around 7 or 8 days. Semi-dry is more fermentation, 10 or 15 days, and dry is more fermentation, in 20 or 25 days. Less fermentation, more sweet. The person who found this place is this senior. This is Julio Sotelo. Finish the tour in distillation area. This is most important area for produce pisco. This machine in the medium area is alambique. This is distillation.
Alvaro talked us through the final distillation process, which happens in this copper alambique, and we then had the chance to sample their range of pisco and wine using a few tasting tips he shared with us.
This variety, only Peruvian variety grapes for pisco, is most produced in Ica. Pisco Torotel, the aromatic variety grapes, yeah, and pisco acholado, more important pisco.
I'm glad we managed to have a quick breakfast before we came down.
We start with pisco quebranta. See, the name of pisco depends variety grapes. Pisco quebranta, variety grapes quebranta. You can see word puro. Yeah, pure signet in this pisco only 1 grape. Salud, guys.
Salud.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it's really smooth. Yeah.
In this case, 40% alcohol, but in the mouth, not very strong. It's salud.
So this is all the aromatic varieties of grape.
More
This is
alcohol.
Perfecto Amor because it's the sweetest. Rosado Dulce.
Oh, you can smell the sweet.
What do you think?
Wow.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
Very sweet. Personally.
It was so cool to be able to do that tour, and for not a lot of money as well compared to a lot of the other places we've looked at. The wine was very sweet, I think especially for most kind of European tastes, so maybe not for everyone, but we liked it, we quite like sweet wines.
Today marks a very sad day for us because the shower room we've been using, cost us £20, has finally broken beyond repair. It's lasted a fair while, lasted through the whole of the Central Asia trip, so It's done well. It's had a fairly good life, but we are gonna have to throw it and find a new one. I secretly despise that thing, so I'm quite happy to see it go. We were promised that Lima was the food capital of Peru, and last night we tried, is it Nikkei? So we had some sushi and some other kind of Peruvian, Japanese fusion food, which was really, really nice. And where are we off to now, Ellie?
We're off to try some ceviche because you can't come to Lima without having ceviche. Neither of us are actually big fish people.
Going with an open mind.
We thought we'd be brave. No, I'm sure it's amazing. So yeah, really excited to try it.
And of course we had to get pisco salad.
Here it is. We've got rocoto, chili on top, so he's told us to be a little bit careful.
Dig in.
As a non-fish person, how is it?
That's crazy tender, wow.
Yeah?
Flavour's really nice. I like that.
It's really nice and limey and it's got a lovely bit of kick. We have kind of massacred it now, but we've got some marinated red onion, we've got rocoto, chili. This is camote, which is a sweet Peruvian potato. We've got choclo, corn, and the fish, which was, what did you call it?
I wrote it down. Cochinobo?
Cochinobo, yes. So tender, it's amazing. Got some coriander in there as well. Yeah, incredible, really flavoursome.
We bought the half shaft earlier and a spare flange just in case. Went off to go and buy some food, do a food shop, and got a text from the garage saying that we left the half shaft there, we being me. We have spent the last few days looking around Lima. I've not been very well. Had some, I think it was the oysters we tried, had some really nice sushi, and then I got hit by a bit of food poisoning. First time I tried oysters and sushi, and didn't agree with me very well. It was really tasty. So tonight we're gonna sleep in this car park next to the road. There's a security guard here we've spoken to, said, is it right to sleep here? He said no problem. And then tomorrow we'll get the half shaft and head out of Lima and back up to the high plains. Not all super glamorous wild camping spots, but it feels very, very safe here.
We came across this little farm just outside Lima and the lovely owner said we could camp there for a small fee right next to the hutch full of cuy, which she offered us for dinner. They did look like they'd had a better life than others we'd seen, so we reluctantly seized the opportunity to finally try some. It's a proper little oasis here. We're just outside Lima, so the surrounding area is super dry, really arid hills. So yeah, it's amazing to just have this lovely little natural space, and it's full of mangoes and avocados, and they've got beautiful flowers growing as well.
Moment has arrived. We've been told that the cuy is ready.
This is worryingly big. Wow. Gracias.
Here we go. Where's the head? Have you got the head?
I'm not sure. I'm trying not to
there
find
it is.
Can it be on your side?
Oh goodness me. Dig in.
Okay, we're getting in. Skin actually looks really tasty. It's kind of like crackling. Okay, it's just pork. It's just pork.
Go on. Did a pretty good job of that, I think. It was actually quite nice. The bits of meat were fine. The skin was kind of like crackling. Really, really good. Good.
Join us next time as we travel into the Peruvian Amazon on a mission to find the origins of some of the world's best chocolate.